To surpass our limitations, we must honor our needs. A limitation is just a problem in your life that you feel is impossible to solve. Feels like you just don't know what to do. It feels overwhelming to solve. That's a limitation. And in order to surpass them, there's a need inside that isn't being met. And once we meet that need, we're able to attract in the solution. So for example, when we do something that causes a lot of shame in us, something we don't feel proud of ourselves for doing, we can see how we need to change. Someone might even tell us the exact way that we can change. But all that shame is causing us to not be able to align with that solution. And so what we'll need in these moments is recognition, validation. There may be a need to recognize your efforts, to recognize your growth, to validate yourself. Because the pattern I see in people is like we recognize a weakness or a flaw in ourselves. We know how to change it. And then we have that inner sense of like, yeah, but I'm already doing well. And that's that lack of validation and support from ourselves, where we can tell ourselves, yes, you have been doing great. You've been doing amazing. Yes, you did well. You did. And then with that recognition, validation, and self-support, our self-esteem raises. And then it allows us to solve our problems from a place of worth rather than a place of shame and guilt and powerlessness. Shame, guilt, and powerlessness are one of the same cycle. When we feel shame, when we feel guilt, we become powerless. When we feel powerless, we create guilt, we create shame. When we feel guilt, we create shame, and we feel powerless. It's one of the same karmic cycle. So to get us out of that cycle, we have to understand that the way that we have been treated by people is not the way to succeed. It is the way for greedy people to succeed. It's how we've been taught to fucking sabotage our own success to keep people in success. It's like we have to sacrifice ourselves for other people's security and stability. That's what all this programming is. So your parents, your friends, they think that shaming you is the way to get you to grow. They shame you to control you. And then so we start to shame ourselves. But the way to surpass and find those solutions is not to shame ourselves, because shame puts us into powerlessness. Control, the cycle of control. It's not to shame ourselves. It's to honor our needs and support ourselves. What anyone needs to succeed at anything is support, love, validation, reassurance, whatever your need is. Like, your need doesn't have to be recognition or validation. It could be reassurance. It could be praise. It could be trust that you're right. It could just be trusting that you're not a bad person. But whatever need it is for whatever problem you have, when you meet that need, you're able to surpass that limitation. That big problem that feels like you just can't solve it. I have them too. But I've also surpassed a lot of my limitations. There's a program on this earth that tells people that they're weak, that they're broken, that we can't achieve things. It's everywhere. Don't feel your feelings because you're too weak to feel them. Don't process that trauma. It'll change your life. But if you do, then you're too weak. And I won't make a lot of money off of you. You're too weak. Don't do it. You see that? Like, ew. I didn't like that. Did you? And so what I was doing there was just like embodying the energy, right? and you see how like it's kind of desperate, right? the programming, it's desperate. It's desperation. Don't. Fear. But we're moving into a new age. We can all have what we want. It's not scarce. We don't have to take from others and step on others. Because that's kind of what happens, right? People step on each other in the old world. It's like the most successful businesses, the most successful companies, they step on people to be where they're at. So are they successful? I wouldn't call it success. I'd call it illusion. I don't know. It's an illusion of success, right? If you have to step on people to succeed, then you're not succeeding. You're just stepping on people. You're just cruel. Yeah. And that's the illusion, that cruelty is success. But it's not. And cruelty doesn't help anyone succeed. So we have to look at where we're cruel to ourselves. And the biggest thing, though, is that your programming is not you. Your programming is not you. Never was you, never will be you. It's just a program. The shaming, the negative self-talk. It's just a program that covers up what you actually need, which is love, support, a cheerleader, validation. So oftentimes people, they go seek their needs from others. Like, they recognize they have a need unconsciously and they go seek it from others. And then they may be seeking it from others who also aren't very good at recognizing their needs. And then the need doesn't get met and you feel like you can't succeed. Validation is a really good one. You recognize a flaw and you go and seek validation like, hey, am I bad? Can you tell me I'm not bad? And then others can't really meet your needs like you can, you know? And so, like, they'll never really give you what you need. And that's kind of a blessing. Because it teaches you how to give yourself what you need. So, when you notice you're kind of searching for like validation from others, it's a sign you need to validate yourself. Yeah, dude. You've been doing great. That was a great solution. That was a great try. That really was. You said you were going to do that and you did it. Even though we haven't completed and gotten to where we want to be, that was amazing. And in that, you accept the truth of your situation. The truth is not that you're shameful and bad all the time. When you accept the true, objective truth of your situation from higher eyes, that situation is allowed to evolve and you're allowed to surpass that limitation. How systems control us is by disconnecting us from the truth of the situation. Because accepting the truth of a situation is how we manifest. It's how we evolve into higher states of consciousness, into surpassing of our limitations. I love ya.